coconut pest, rhinoceros beetle, red palm weevil, black-headed caterpillar, white grub, scale insect, lacewing bug, coconut skipper. Rhinoceros beetle or Rictus rhinoceros, commonly called the rhinoceros beetle or the coconut black beetle. Adult beetle is deep black or reddish black and stout with a prominent head process called a cephalic horn, long and pointed in male and short and stumpy in female. Forewings are hard, thick and cuticular and are not used in flight. They simply cover and protect the membranous hind wings and hence are called elytra or tegmina. Mouthparts are of the biting and chewing type, specialized for feeding on the soft tissues of the host palm. Life cycle: the adult beetle is stout black or reddish black, about 5 mm long, and has a long horn projecting dorsally from the head and male. In the female, the horn is short. The female lays the oval, creamy white eggs in miniature pits, decaying vegetable matter, undisturbed heaps, etc., and depth of 5 to 15 cm. A female may lay up to 140 eggs, and the incubation period is 8 to 18 days. The grub feeds on the decaying matter, and the larval stage lasts for 99 to 182 days. It is stout, sluggish, and white in color with a pale brown head, and it's usually found. Adults red and is usually found. Adults and grubs usually attack coconut and oil palm cultivations where they are considered a major pest. Adults feed on crown regions of the palms, then they bore through the petiole bases into the central unopened leaves. This results tissue maceration and dieback. Most often, fronds become wedge-shaped gaps or characteristic V-shaped cuts to fronds. The beetle kill the palm when the growing point is destroyed during feeding. They also infest dead trunk debris. Adults can be removed by hand picking or other mechanical method. In biological control, they can be eradicated by using predators, pathogens, and scalded parasitoids. Apart from that, a male producing aggregation pheromone ethyl 4-methylotanol methylothanoate E4MO is an effective method to control the adults. Under cultural method, breeding sites of the adult can be destroyed as well as usage of cover crops. Meanwhile, several insecticides such as gamma BHC, cypermethrin, lambda cyhalothrin, and naphthalene can be used. Red palm weevil, Rhynchophorus ferruginous. Red palm weevil, Asian palm weevil, or sago palm weevil, relatively large, ranging between 2 and 4 cm long, and are usually a rusty red color. But many color variants exist and have been classified in different species. Weevil larvae can excavate holes in the trunks of palm trees up to 1 meter long, thereby weakening and eventually killing the host plant. As a result, the weevil is considered a major pest in palm plantations, including the coconut palm, date palm, and oil palm. Life cycle is completed within the host plant itself. It involves indirect development and complete metamorphosis. Female lays eggs within the scooped out pits or in holes, cuts, and wounds in the palm. Within 2 to 5 days, yellow colored larvae emerge. They feed on the softer tissues of the palm and grow in size. Larval life lasts for 40 to 80 days. Towards the end of it, larvae pupate within fibrous cocoons inside the palm. After 12 to 30 days of pupa life, pupa transform to adult weevils. Fully grown adults come out for mating. Rhynchophorus is a highly destructive and persistent pest of coconut palms. It infests the crown either by boring through the soft parts or by entering through the holes and cuts already present. It infects the trunk by getting into the interior through holes and cuts. Its larvae and adults feed on the palm tissue and make tunnels inside. In case of severe adverse attack, the interior of the palm gets crowded with adults, larvae, and pupae of the weevil. This causes the drying of the central shoot, leading to the wilting and ultimate death of the palm. The presence of small holes in the stem from which chewed fiber protrude and the thick brown liquid oozing is a clear indication of infestation. Life cycle is completed within the host plant itself. It involves indirect development and complete metamorphosis. We mentioned all this. Then control ingestion of carbon tetrachloride or the emulsion of pyrethrum, saving, etc. to the holes into the interior of the palm to kill grubs, pupae and adults. Fill the leaf axils of the crown with a mixture of BHC and sand. Kill the grubs and pupae by stabbing with sharp iron spikes. Burn off severely affected palms. Scoop out the infected portion and dress it with tar. Restrict or avoid the practice of making cuts and injuries in palms. Biological control by using the dipteran fly Caleosochis mori, which preys on the eggs and grubs of the palm weevil. Black-headed caterpillar, Opicina arenocella. It's a small greyish-white moth, very common in the coastal areas of Kerala. Its larvae, commonly called the black-headed coconut caterpillar, is a coconut pest. Adult moths are nocturnal of this black-headed caterpillar. Male is smaller than female and it has a conspicuous tuft of hairs at the base of the hind wing. Life cycle development of Opicina is indirect and metamorphosis is complete. Female moth lays groups of creamy white and scaly eggs on the lower surface of coconut leaflets. In about a week's time, greenish yellow larvae caterpillars hatch out. They feed on the leaflets and grow in size. After 1 to 2 months, larvae pupate in thin cocoons formed of silk threads, leaf pieces and excreta. Pupal life lasts for 1 to 2 weeks, then pupate transform to young adults. The larvae of Opicina is a very harmful coconut pest. Control measure: cut down and burn out the affected plants to destroy larvae and pupae. Spray insecticides in case of severe and massive attack. Tongue injection and root feeding with monocrotophos. In root feeding, the tip of mature root is cut with a sharp knife and then immersed in monocrotophos emulsion. Trichospilus pupivora Bracken brevicornis. So these natural enemies can be employed for the biological control of Opicina. Coconut skipper, Ganglia thracis. Coconut skipper shown. It's a leaf-feeding coconut pest. The adult insect is brown in color. Wings are chocolate brown with 6 yellow spots on each foreleg. Eggs are laid in regular masses on leaves. The caterpillar constructs a tube by cutting and rolling a part of the leaflet. It feeds on the leaf from which the tube, leaving only ribs. Life cycle: egg. Oval creamy white egg in manure pits or decaying vegetable matter at a depth of 5 to 15 cm. The eggs hatch in a week's time. Grub is a stout, sluggish white sea shaped with pale brown head and ground at a depth of 5 to 30 cm. The caterpillar is pale green in color with reddish markings. It pupates for about 10 days. Grub pupates in earthen cells at a depth of 0.3 to 1 m. Central spindle appears cut or toppled, fully opened fronds showing characteristic diamond-shaped cuttings, folds with chewed fiber sticking out of the base of central spindle, Remove, burn, remove and burn all dead coconut trees in the garden to maintain good sanitation. Incorporate the entomopathogen fungus Metarhizium manisoplia in manure pits to check the perpetuation of the pest. So castor cake in at 1 kg in 5 liter of water in small mud pots and keep them in the coconut garden to attract and kill the adult. Treat the longitudinally split a tender coconut stem and clean petiole fronds with fresh toddy and keep them in the garden to attract and trap the beetles. Examine the grounds of tree at every harvest and hook out and kill the adult. Set up light traps following the first rains in summer and monsoon to attract and kill the adult beetles. Apply mixture of either neem seed powder plus sand in the base of 3 innermost leaves in the crown. Lace wing. Identification of the pest. Nymph white with dark patches. Adults white colored adults with netted venation on wing. The nymphs and adults of the lace wing bug feed by sucking the sap from the undersurface of leaflets, causing white spots on the upper surface. It is suspected to be a vector of the wilt disease of coconut in Kerala. Lacewing larvae are very tiny when emerging from the lacewing egg, but eventually grow up to a length of 3 by 8 of an inch. In their 2-3 development weeks, each green lacewing larva will feed on 200 or more pests or pest eggs a week. Each adult female can deposit more than 200 eggs. Eggs are pale green and oval in shape. The eggs turn grey just before the larva hatch. Then the larva pupate by spinning a cocoon with silk and thread. Almost 5 days later, adult lacewings emerge to reproduce and repeat their life cycle. The adult will live about 4 to 6 weeks depending on the climatic conditions. White spots on the upper surface of leaves. Lacewing bug sucks sap from coconut foliage. It acts as a vector for transmission of phytoplasma from root to wilt, affecting palms to healthy palm. Remove leaflets harboring these insects and destroy them. Spray any one of the following: malathion, dimethoate, methyl dimethoate, lit phosphamidon, monocrotophos, methomyl, nemoyl 3%. Scale insect, Aspidiotus destructor. Scale insects are small insects of the order Hemiptera. They are small, oval and flat with a protective tan to brown shell-like covering. Scale. Adult females typically have soft bodies and no limbs. Males have legs and sometimes wings. They resemble small flies. Scale insects have 3 distinct life stages: egg, immature, adult, and may complete several generations in a single year. Adult female produce egg beneath the scale covering. Tiny 6-legged crawlers emerge from the eggs, move to newer growth on the plant, insert their mouthparts, and begin to feed. A scale-like covering produced from the waxy filaments and pieces then forms over each individual scale. The covering protects grays from predation by other insects or from insecticides. Females are wingless and only usually remain in one place after inserting their mouthparts into plant tissue.